Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, what I'm planning to do is, I've got a standard intercooler to go on, because the way I see it is, the standard intercooler isn't really, necessary. I mean, considering the car is only running standard power, it's just not really necessary. So I managed to get a hold of an original version 1 top mount intercooler. That's basically what's been on the car today. Now, also the front mount will be up for sale as well, so if anyone's interested, just hit me with the comments. Now, sorry, I haven't uploaded in a while. Basically, the last time I was here, attempting to work on the car, my head and heart kind of just wasn't with it. I didn't really feel myself, and just thought I'd take a wee break, get my head back into it, and things like that, and just, kind of mentally prepare myself, kind of thing. But we all have those kind of days where we kind of just need to step back and just, recharge our batteries, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit better now. So that's why we're back here today, cracking on with Subaru, as always. So the plan right now is I'm going to take the bumper off, remove all the pipe work, and obviously install the original top mount intercooler. So without further ado, let's get started. Right, here is the original top mount intercooler. Now, I don't actually have a kind of blow valve or a dump valve for it at the moment, so I know it looks rough, but it's just temporary, so don't worry about that. It's just a lambda sensor kind of like kind of extender thing. So I'll put that in there for now. I'm going to put a Jubilee clip on it just so it's sealed. It's temporary. Don't worry, I'll be getting probably like a Bailey's dump valve, something like that for it, or even the original recirculation valve. So that's only temporary, and it's really good condition, as you can see. It'll do the job perfect. I mean, this is just, it'll do for the, especially for the power it's running. That front mount is just not necessary, so don't see the point. Also, the plan is, I know a lot of people are thinking that obviously when this is gone, I'm going to have a big kind of gaping hole here. But the plan for that is I'm going to buy some really nice honeycomb kind of, not metal mesh, I'm not too sure yet. Basically a honeycomb grill, and obviously I'm going to install that and it'll look okay. Because obviously I know people will be thinking of a big gaping hole here once this is gone. But yeah, so that's the plan really. So I'm going to crack on with taking off the bumper, then we'll start removing all the pipe work and stuff like that, as you see here. Also, another reason I'm probably going to remove this is also because when I had the original fans in here, it was obviously coming into contact with the pipe. You probably may have heard me say that in a previous part of the video about that kind of issue I was having. So that's another reason I'm going to be removing the intercooler pipes, because I think whoever installed these originally weren't really done properly, So that's the plan. So I'm going to rock on with that. Let's see how far we get. Now, for anyone that doesn't know how the bumper's held off, you got obviously a nut and bolt there. I've got clips along here, nut and bolt there side, and it's not actually held on underneath at the moment. Also, this is something else I've got. I've got fresh inner arch liners over here, absolutely fresh inner arch liners, because the ones are actually missing. So I think that's enough waffling. I'm gonna get to removing this bumper, then we'll take it from there. Right, that's the bumper off. Now, like I said, right, honestly, this front mount is just not necessary for, the kind of power it's running. Like, obviously, when this thing gets tuned and things, I'm going to get it mapped, and obviously getting the slightly bigger injectors and things like that. Should be running about just over 300 brake, I think. What I'm going to crack on with, I'm going to start removing the front clips from the intercooler, take the intercooler off, and then we can also start to removing all the pipe work. So, let's crack on. Right, that's the front mount off. Now, as you can see, right, it's actually in okay condition. All the fins are in, obviously a little bit of damage here and there, but that's what you expect from an old car, from used car parts. But apart from that, I mean, it's good condition. Here's the other side. Yeah, again, that's just kind of like, the general condition, but it's actually it's not too bad. There's obviously the inside, as you see on camera, but it's all in good condition. So, and the brand is Autobahn 881. So, listen, if anyone's interested, hit me up. Just wait to remove all the pipe work now. Let's be honest, right, even though obviously with this thing missing, right, it's not like the car's got anything to hide. I mean, that looks really nice. It's all, I painted the whole front end, so it's looking a lot better. I did that around the time I first got the car, so, looks a lot better. So, I'll crack on with removing the pipe work, so let's crack on. Also, another thing worth mentioning, obviously, when this is obviously up for sale, the HKS dump valve won't be going in the sale. That's obviously, I'm keeping that. Because a good friend obviously gave that to me, so I'm keeping it for obviously future use and things like that. But yeah, as you see, the pipework's in okay condition. I'll have a good look over it, but I believe there's no holes and stuff like that. Obviously, I didn't have any boost leaks, obviously, when I had it in the car, obviously. But what I did say, when I first got this car, obviously, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a previous part of the video, but when I first got the car, I had to replace a couple of the intercooler pipes, because they actually had holes in them. So, yeah, so these ones are all definitely fine. Can't see any problems with them. Again, I'll go over them before I actually put them up for show, make sure they're okay for whoever buys them. So, right, we're getting there. Only got one side to remove, so let's get cracking. Right, that's the front mount hour completely off. Now, we've got so much room to work with now, so, right, here's obviously the front mount intercooler. Just show you the condition of it, it's like, in case you want to buy it at all. The pipes need a wee bit of a clean, nothing too much. I'll probably include all the clips with it as well. Actually, a few of them are actually quite brand new, because obviously I put brand new ones on, obviously when I put this stuff on, so. Right, now ready to put this top mount on. Obviously, just making sure I've got all the right clips on there and things like that, like for the turbo and well, like I said, right, this is only temporary, so you don't need to, like, say, worry in the comment section. Obviously, this is just, I'll get a proper dump valve for it at some point. The car's not going anywhere, so don't need to worry about it too much. Got another clip in there, so let's get this on. Right, that's the top mount in place. It was a bit fiddly, if I'm honest. Obviously, I had to try and mess about with this kind of rubber thing here just to get it fitting properly. I still need to kind of mess about with this pipe that goes in the turbo, because there's a little crack in it here, so I'm a bit worried about that. But what I'll do is I'll get it on, and obviously then once all this is on, we'll start it up, make sure it's running okay, let's take it from there. So I think for now, what I'm going to do is, off camera, is just obviously make sure this all fits properly. And right, we're getting there. There's a bit of a faffing about, because one of the clips I put onto the, where the pipe goes onto the turbo, that clip was knackered, so I had to just try and like rummage about the garage, try and find another one. Also, something I've been hearing for a while, on a few occasions, obviously, well, pretty much every time I've started the car up, down next to the turbo I've been hearing a hissing sound, and I found exactly what's been causing this noise. So, here's what the problem is. Now, obviously, I'm not sure you can see on camera, but I just noticed here, right, while I was moving this pipe about, obviously the coolant pipe for the turbo, it's leaking from underneath it, so obviously this clip that's on it isn't providing an adequate seal. So, I mean, I do have brand new clips here, but they're just cheap ones and they're not that good. And I'd rather do things properly, so I might just get a brand new one at some point, just so I know it's obviously got a good seal and there's obviously no coolant leaking. Also, but the thing is, the system's getting bled out anyway, because obviously we're changing the radiator. Obviously, that's probably something you'll see in a future video as well, because I've obviously got the radiator's ready to go on. I've got the brackets have been refurbished with brand new clips. Also, when the radiator's off, we're going to be checking the timing belt as well. Probably will be replacing that as well, so I'm actually looking forward to that. So, yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff kind of to look forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to it as well. So, I think for now, let's get this intercooler on and start it up and just see how it runs. I mean, I'm hoping, I doubt it'll run much better. It might do, it might not. We'll just have to wait and see. So, without further ado, let's get started. Right, now the moment of truth. Let's see if it runs any better. For all I know, those original intercooler pipes, for all I know, they could have had some boost leaks. I don't actually know. So it'll be interesting to see how this runs. It should run a bit better. I don't actually know. It might not run any better, but like I said, the whole point of me putting this original top mount on is just peace of mind that I know it's an original part and won't have any problems with it. So, let's start up. Right, as expected, it's actually not running much better. It's actually still got that high idle issue. But basically what I'm doing is, at the moment, I'm letting the coolant system kind of bleed out a bit, because a while ago it kept kind of overflowing and things like that. So I've got the coolant cap off, just hopefully let it bleed out, get some air bubbles out and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll take it from there really. Right, I must say, right, it is actually running a tiny bit better. Not, it hasn't really solved the idle problem, but it's definitely running a little bit smoother and seems to rev a bit smoother as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. And also, what I prefer about the top mount intercooler is a lot more simpler than obviously the front mount. Because with the front mount, obviously you've got pipes running both sides of the engine and things like that. So there's obviously not necessarily more things to go wrong, but there's more. Obviously, there's more pipes, more things to go wrong, if that makes sense. So, also this one is just so simple, and actually, I much prefer this top mount. I'll probably will get an STI one in the future when it gets mapped and things like that with obviously upgraded injectors and things like that. So, but for now, this is more than adequate for what I needed to do. So, I think before we actually wrap up this video, I've got one more thing left to do that it's been bugging me since the day I got the car, pretty much. Sounds silly, but it's the inner arc liners at the front. Now, I don't know about you, right, but it's just, because they're right there, it makes the car look a bit tacky and just doesn't look very original and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to just jack up the front of the car and obviously fire them on, and then that'll probably wrap up this video. Right here, the inner arc liners, just show you them properly before they go on. As you can see, I'll give them a good clean, also make sure they look obviously kind of, they're basically nice and clean for going on. I don't see the point in putting crap parts on and things like that. So yeah, there's some fresh, ready to go on. I do have the other half that kind of go like kind of around the front here. I'm not going to put them on yet because I've got some work to do around this area, so there's not much point taking them on and off. So for now, I'm just going to put these ones on. I know the car's not going anywhere, but it's something that needs done, and it's been bugging me for ages anyway. So time to crack on with this, and it should look a lot better when it's on. It's been bugging me for ages, so let's crack on. Right, I've just been kind of doing a bit of experimentation to see which clips are probably best to use. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of clips here, but I've just been kind of experimenting which ones to use, and the best ones I'd say is these ones here. Now, the good one about these things is, the good thing about these ones is obviously there's a pin that goes through the middle and obviously makes it expand through here. So if you also want to, these can be reused, so whereas these ones, when you push them in, you kind of have to break them to get them out, because they can only use them once. So, actually no, ignore everything I just said. I'm actually going to have to use these annoying ones here because those other ones just kept popping out and things and they weren't very secure, and I'd rather they were secured than anything else. So yeah, I'm having to use these annoying ones here. So I'll say that's all kind of secured, and that looks a lot better. Now, I do have it, like I said, over there, I have a bit to go down here. Now, I still have to kind of clean up this area here and make sure it's protected from rust and things like that. So I'm probably going to do that in either a separate video or just do it off camera, because it's not, it's not really interesting anyway. Plus, there's a bit of ducting I need to acquire to put onto it before I can actually put it on, if that makes sense. So, but still, regardless, I think that looks good. So I think off camera I'm going to crack over the other side, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, that's the other arch liner on, and as always, looking really nice. Make sure the inbiner was nice and clean as well before putting this on. It's all good, nice and it's absolutely solid, not going anywhere, probably secured. Okay, before we wrap this video, let me show you something. Now, for anyone else who's actually seen this before, this is the new radiator. And obviously, I've refurbished all the kind of brackets that go on top of the radiator and obviously underneath. They've obviously given a fresh coat of paint, refurbished, same with the brackets, and I replaced all the brand new fittings, obviously a brand new clip. Same with their side as well, so everything's nice and fresh for going on. Obviously, same with these fans as well. I didn't bother with painting them because they're not too bad anyway, but obviously everything's been a cleaning and inspection. We've got a new alternate belt to go on, obviously new clips, all that good stuff. So that's what you probably expect to see in the next video. So as always, if you did like this video, please like the video. It helps the channel out quite a lot. So as always, if you did like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.